great guest playing here, and right in front of me is my man George.
Hey.
Me and George have been through the muck and the mire a couple months.
In Boston, I think I called you once this winter, and you said, I'm standing by the pool, and I said, I'm standing by a pool of slush.
And it's still a little slushy up there, right?
It is a little slushy. Today it's 70 degrees.
70 degrees.
70 degrees.
And you're
all
here.
The snow, and now I'm here in Las Vegas.
That's not too bad. Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
Not so bad. I'm not really suffering. It's nice to thaw.
Desert air.
Yeah. This is always spring for me. I've been coming to NAB for many years, and this is the official end of winter for me to come out to Las Vegas.
Tell me something. You know, I get personal on the Jeff Adams show.
Right.
And I do. I've been having, since I got to the desert air, I'm having booger problems. It's like my nose is clogging.
I'm so dry, I can't even get that. I can't even get that. It's so dry, you got to keep drinking water.
It's like, you know, it's like having craters in your nose.
It is not good. It dries up.
It's just really bad.
Yeah.
I've been like in front of the camera all day long trying to do that, and I'm like, do I have a booger hanging from my nose? Because it just dries up.
You need like a gallon of water at all times.
A gallon carrying all this equipment around, you know, it's not too much fun. But so Backbone has been a backbone for the Jeff Adams show for
Yes, it has.
Since August.
Yes.
August of last year, right?
Right. Yeah, that's when we first met. Yeah.
And you guys are here at NAB.
We are exhibiting
it up.
Yeah, we're over at the BEA hall.
That's awesome. And I was just making sure we were streaming live there. Make sure I pressed the button.
Okay.
Which is good.
That's good.
Multitasking. So where are you guys booth? Where's your booth at?
So we're at BEA, which is in the Westgate, which is formerly the LVH, which was formerly the Hilton.
Formerly, what was that before that?
And it was the Hilton before that, forever.
Before that.
They're building an Elvis exhibit now where the Star Trek experience used to be. That's where Elvis used to play at the Vegas Hilton.
They always had cool technology.
They did.
And speaking of cool technology,
I have some too.
I think they had Backbone.
If they had Backbone.
They had Backbone and little walkie-talkies.
They did. They absolutely did.
It was all SIP, you know.
Right, subspace radio.
Exactly.
We're doing internet radio. Right.
So tell us a little bit about Backbone. I'm very familiar with it. For the people that don't know what exactly you guys do, I mean, this is great for Spreaker because we're at Spreaker booth.
Right.
And there's a lot of podcasters, broadcasters who use Spreaker on a daily basis. So what exactly does Backbone do?
We create the illusion of radio, a 24-hour live radio station that plays all the time whenever you tune in. And we're doing it with modern technologies. So what we've done is we're putting that radio automation system in the cloud. So it's in a nice data center, it's protected from weather, it's got power, it's got people backing it up, it's got people repair the hardware, so that just keeps running. Then you have software you can connect from anywhere and maintain that.
Yeah.
We also, as you well know and enjoy, we have a phone system we've just announced in the last month or so, and it's talk radio phone system, multiple lines, real phone number anywhere in the world, but everything, again, the PBX is in the cloud. Remote screener, in talent, so I can be in Boston and I could be screening your calls here in Vegas while you're on the air.
It's amazing software.
Thank you.
And if you haven't, you can go to backbone.com.
Correct.
No, wait. Backboneradio.com.
Well, it's actually backbone.com will take you to Backbone Radio, but either one will work.
I want to make sure I got it right.
Yeah, we love that name. We're eventually going to move everything back over to backbone.com, but we branded it sort of radio.
You're going to bring the Backbone back.
We're bringing the Backbone back.
What's it like? Does someone else have the rights to that name? Domain space?
We bought that domain in the late 90s.
Yeah.
It was just available. And Backbone Networks, the corporation, actually existed since the late 80s, to be honest, as a consulting company. And I got involved in it in the late 90s. So, about the time I bought the domain name.
So since our review on Broadcast Beat, how has...
We have had a lot of activity, so we do appreciate the kind things you said about us. We've had a lot of interest. We're moving some product, and we're showing it here. If you're in Vegas, come over to the BEA Hall today and tomorrow.
Paying customers coming through the door?
Paying customers. I'm actually meeting customers.
That's great.
That I've never met before. The guys I just talked to on the phone, and they've come in, and we're hanging out. It's pretty cool.
That's the cool thing about NAB. You can meet people you've talked to on the phone. But I feel like we met before because we did the Skype interview.
We did the Skype interview. We got face-to-face back in the winter.
And they're actually over the Broadcast Beat on the Central Hall or South Hall?
South Hall. Yeah,
South Hall. They've got our review that we did in loop.
I heard that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
That was the only thing I had for my ugly mug being here at Vegas with Broadcast
So what you're saying
Beat.
is people are sick of me now?
No, not at all. With the product, the price points too, like people are listening right now on Spreaker, if they're interested, like, hey, here's the biggest problem I've heard with podcasters, and when we did this review, like, that's too expensive, it's this, but a lot of podcasters want to integrate phone calls into their show, and most of them went out and bought a Mac Mini running Skypes and doing their phone calls that way, but this solution's really, really easy. Who came up with the concept to just build it all in the cloud?
Well, it was myself and another engineer named Joe Provino, and we came up with the concept for this and how it should work and how it should go together, and really looking at talk radio and trying to deconstruct it and bring it back together. So essentially, you've got to have someone who's your screener, who's bringing calls in and deciding that someone's not, going to cause a problem,
right.
or maybe you want them to cause a problem, and have some information for the host. And then on the other side, you've got the host who can control his calls, bring them in and out, change the levels, etc. There's a communication between the screener and the host through text. And by the way, the screener can be in Boston, we can be here in Vegas.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's all pretty cool, right?
It's really, really amazing. I love the phone system, but if I can just get more people calling, I mean, we get the same callers calling in pretty much every day.
That happens in many shows.
We have this one caller that calls in every single day. I've known him for a long time. His name's Matt Baxter.
Right.
And he just calls in, and he has a very simple life. He's very slow in life, but he calls in. He doesn't have internet. He doesn't have a smartphone. He calls in and just listens to the show. He's on hold, and then he wants to make sure he's on the show. And I say, "Hey, Matt, what's going on?" And the same stuff. He's either riding to the bus, go to the library, or he was sitting at home. And he's 45 years old.
Wow.
So, and then we have a guy, Bubba Beard, that calls in, who's from Alabama, who's just, I think, a little bit off his rocker. So the goal is, we're going to try to get them in the studio. And
I think you should. Show. You should call in and talk to them.
I know, right?
That would be the appropriate thing.
Well, it's crazy what happened. I think it happened. Last broadcast we did was Wednesday. Matt Baxter didn't call, and I freaked out.
Is he dead?
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? And so I called about the show. I was like, everything okay, man? And he's like, yeah, I was just on the bus. But he goes to the library, watches old Striper videos. He thinks Striper is the best thing. And he called in one time talking about Striper videos and how great the production was. I go, Matt, that's all in SD, man. Those guys in spandex.
They did stuff SD.
Yeah.
They had stuff. They didn't have digital effects, but they had stuff.
So, but you guys are, developing a lot more technology that we really can't talk about right now.
Right. We have some stuff coming next year at this time. We can talk again. We'll have
it's
some
huge,
cool
massive.
Stuff. It's going to be massive.
Game changer stuff.
It's going to be massive
for broadcasters, because everybody, we're streaming live at broadcastbeat.com.
Right.
Video, radio, and those worlds just,
are colliding.
They're colliding fast. So we're very excited, and thank you for supporting, our show and broadcast.
Absolutely,
feed.
we think you got a great show. You got a great following, and we'll get you more than 2 calls.
Yeah, 2 calls. Well, we had some guy from Ireland call, and beforehand I'd get a lot of calls. I guess I changed my time. I used to be like at.